muscle tightness you were having. And when you're ready, just sweep your arms back up and around. And we're going to point those toes again to the sides of our mat. And arms go out to star. And we're going to do goalpost arms. And we're going to come down to like a goddess squat. Think of the cactus in the desert in the western states. You should probably feel this in your thighs too. So we're going to push back up to star. And we're going to goalpost arms and come back down to cactus and goddess arms. So do you like being a cactus or do you want to be a star? I think I know what I like to be best. Okay, hands to heart center. We're prepared for our warrior poses. I did just want to go over a little bit with you about warrior poses with the feet position. I'll start with my left foot forward. For garland pose, we're up on the ball of our foot for when we do the garland pose. When we move to warrior one, the foot is slightly cocked to the side with our hips forward. When we do our warrior two pose, that foot is parallel to the back of our mat. Knee is always bent, the forward knee is always bent, but you should be able to look down and see your toes. Okay, so I just wanted to just do a quick review of those. So starting then, let's take a breath and prepare for our warriors. So let's start with left foot forward, right foot is back in garland pose. So you're on the ball of your foot. So you should be able to look down past your knee and still see your toes. Hands are on hips. Hands come to heart center. For garland pose, you reach up and your gaze looks up. And come back down, hands to heart center. Hands on hips. We're going to take that foot to warrior one, so that foot's back a little bit. Knee is still bent. Hips are facing forward. Hands on hips. Hands to heart center. If you're ready, hands go up. Gaze goes up. For humble warrior, these hands come behind our back again, if you're comfortable with that. If you want to put them in prayer position and you think you're ready, go ahead. And we bend down and hover over that left thigh. We do not lay on it, we just hover over it. Humble warrior with prayer hands revolved. And come back up. So warrior two, our foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Hands sweep out nice and easy. Is that knee bent? Can you still see your toes? Your gaze looks out over the left fingers. Change your palms up. And palms down. Good job. Now we're going to turn that left hand, so thumbs are up. The right hand is going to come back on the thigh, and you reach up. Once again, this right hand can go behind your back. And let it come back down to the warrior. Good job, everybody. Let's come back together. We'll just meet together in the center of the mat in prayer hands. And this time, we're going to turn with the right foot's out this time. Left foot is back, preparing for crescent. So that means that we're up on the balls of our feet. Let's check in with our knees and our toes. Looking good. Hands on hips. Hips are forward on the ball of our feet and reach up. Gaze looks up. Hands to heart center. hands on hip. Okay, put that foot so it's ready for warrior one. It's at a slight angle. Hips are forward. Hands on hips. Hands to heart center. Arms go up. Gaze looks up. Hands to heart center. Preparing for humble warrior. Your choice of where your hands go. And bend over that right knee. Returning up. Okay. We're going to make that left foot parallel with the back of our mat. Arms float up for warrior two. Knees bent. I can see my toes. Gaze looks out over that right hand. Palms up. Palms down. Right thumb goes up. And you come back for a reverse warrior. And come back down again. We're going to meet at the center of the mat with our feet pointed out to the side and another star coming up. Feel a good stretch in through your midsection and through your legs. From star, we're going to bring our hands together. We're going to move our feet in, heel toe our feet in, and prepare for chair. So sit back slightly, let your arms go up into chair. And come back up again. Good job, everyone. One more star, feet point out, up to star. Nice big stretch. And hands to heart center, heel toe in, and one more chair. Sit back, arms go up. Okay, and come back up. Good job, everyone. We're going to return to our mat, so we're going to turn and prepare for a down dog. So feet are together, hands come out to the mat. In down dog position, step that left foot across the right. Put it back again. The right foot goes around back the left. With the stretch. And this time when we come forward, we're going to bring that right knee up. So prepare to bring that right knee up and in front of you for pigeon. However you're most comfortable. If you're comfortable, you can extend down and make this more of a stretch with your hands in front. Or this is perfect just like this. Whatever is most comfortable with you. I don't have a real elegant way to get out of pigeon. Whatever is most comfortable for you, just kind of lift up and bring that other leg back. Kind of a tabletop position. And we're going to push up to down dog again. This time, the right foot comes over to that left again of the crossover. Stretch it out. And then left leg comes over to the right of the cross. And we're going to take a pull that leg forward and in front of us and back down again for pigeon. And let yourself come back out of that. We're in tabletop again. We're going to do one more cat-cow in each direction. Inhale, gaze looks up for cow, belly drops down. Exhale, arch that back into cat. Get a good stretch there. From here, we're going to come back to a child's pose. Here, we're going to come forward, down on our bellies. Hands are right at our shoulders, and prepare for a little cobra, whatever's comfortable for you. And let's push back for one more child's pose. And from this child's pose, I'm going to ask you to lie down and we'll get prepared for Savasana. If you want to dim the lights at your house, you may do that. Let your knees hug into your chest. Give yourself a windshield wiper from side to side. And let your hands come out to a T position. Pull the knees in, let them fall over to the right side. Gaze looks over your left hand. Engage that core again. Pull those knees up. Do a little windshield wiper again. And let the knees fall over to the left side. Gaze looks to the right. From here, we'll return to our back and we'll do a nice long stretch. Stretch out as long as you can. And if it feels good, you can move those feet together to the right side of the mat and let your hands come over to the left for a C curve stretch. And then you can repeat that on the other side. And let your body melt into your mat, whatever position you're most comfortable in, on your back or in the position of the dreaming child. Checking in with your body to see if there's any place where there is extra tension that you need to be aware of. Do you need to soften your jaw? Do you need to let your eyes close softly? Let your shoulders relax, knowing that you had a nice yoga workout today, stretching all parts of your body and thinking about Memorial Day with some of the poses that we did, the warrior poses, the star, the eagle, the mountain, the cactus, thinking about the USA. I'd like to share with you an excerpt from a blog called Positive Strides, like running strides. It is written by a runner and a wellness coach by the name of Allison Groft, who is an acquaintance of mine. She was going to be in the Boston Marathon this year, but we all know what happened with that. It got postponed. But she is still very positive, and she writes weekly blogs and also, like I said, works as a wellness coach. This blog that she wrote is about two, the number two things. So while you're relaxing and breathing in and out, let your mind listen to these words. Written by Allison Groft. For me, I now see the power of two. Two sides, two parts, two ingredients. Each piece hauling its own meanings, but together they reveal purpose. You need one to fully understand the other. We need to inhale to exhale. In order to give, we need someone to receive. To apologize, we need forgiveness. To experience confidence, we must first know what it feels like to be scared. There's no trust where there's no transparency. To hear our voice, we need those who will listen. A book needs a reader. A guitar needs an artist. There's got to be a why in order to fulfill a want. To learn, we must be willing to be taught. Compassion lives side by side with vulnerability. To have friends, you must first be one. We have to know what's serious to appreciate what's laughable. To every fire, there's a spark. To combat illness, we need wellness. Answers first need prayers. And as in the case of the COVID quarantine, we need stillness to supersede our movement. But the greatest of these still remains. To have faith, you must know fear. In it, I see the powerful pairings. Action makes our faith complete. If I don't act, I can't lead. If I don't trust, I can't shoulder up as a pair. If I don't lead, no one can follow. If I don't write, I can't share. If I don't reach back, I can't help. It takes two. There's power in two. We work best as two. We were designed to rely on one another. Where I complete one side of the story, you complete the other, and then we fully understand. Take my hand, I have two. One with a firm grasp on what's good in the other, to reach back and take you with me toward total wellness. Have the faith to act. Ecclesiastes 4:9. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. Letting yourself come back to awareness slowly with some gentle movements of your head, a little bit of movement in your shoulder. Maybe you want to do a little bit of an overhead stretch again. Some movement in those legs that we worked out pretty well. Ankles and wrists. And when you're ready, you can turn to one side or the other in the position of the dreaming child. Revisiting our Bible verse, 2 people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. When you're ready, come up to the easy seated position. If you'd like, take a deep breath in and exhale. Let your chin come to chest. With your next breath, inhale, let your arms come up. Hands meet together. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Chin comes to chest. And I would like to share with you a prayer from St. Francis of Assisi. Lord, help me to live this day quietly, easily, to lean upon thy great strength, trustfully, restfully, to wait for the unfolding of thy will, patiently, serenely, to meet others peacefully, joyously, to face tomorrow confidently and courageously. And together we'll say amen. Amen. And I thank you for joining us today.